if that ever happened to me, dude. God, you stole all three of the
So much more than just a creep steal, man.
Oh gosh, that's demoralizing.
When you get a creep stealed from an acolyte, your whole game is affected. Your whole mindset.
God.
You can be so focused and then just lose all focus from just that creep steal. So mental game.
You know what you should have said to your opponent once you stole the third creep kill? You should have been like, well, my acolyte's gonna steal your girlfriend after this. And your mom. Acolyte solves. Oh shit,
yeah.
man. That's too funny. You know, so far it's just some standard crap. Both players are just doing the same old stuff. I mean, we have some ghouls. It looks like, you know, Destroy is looking for a creep check, and instead it's just doing some creeping, and Q Factor just picked up the boots, and he's looking to run around and be a demon hunter. Traditionally in this game...
And
oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
The cold tower is just finishing at the perfect time. It's like you can upgrade the cold tower 10 times and nothing will come in your base, but then the 11th time, when you don't upgrade it, the demon hunter will be killing your acolytes. So it's always a good idea to get it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, without question, you always upgrade your cold tower every time versus Night Elf.
Yeah, but sometimes I forget and then I get punished in the way that I said, and it always makes me so angry.
At this point, is this a pretty smart thing to do at this point of the game, is run into a Night Elf base and try and go after a few archers, or are you just kind of making a bad decision? Do you typically agree with this action?
Yeah, it's a good attack. Even if you don't kill anything, you drain his moonwells, which is always a good idea. And in this case he gets one archer and gets away with nothing. But the moonwells are empty. Ah yeah, he lost a goal, but it's still worth it.
Yeah, definitely. I've always found that sometimes if you put the pressure on your opponent, even if you don't kill anything, it's just, well, you lost 2 goals, but it's not the end of the world. It still just kind of throws off your opponent's creeping pattern. So
yeah, for sure. And if you're lucky, you can, like, a really good thing to do is when you attack a Night Elf base like this, you put like one skeleton on one wisp and then a ghoul on another wisp, because then he has to micro his archers and move 2 wisps at the same time.
Oh, dude.
And there's not a lot of Night Elves that can do that, man.
Oh,
so you're gonna lose a lot of wisps or archers. Yeah, it's a very good idea to split it up like that.
Oh, dude, that sucks so much, and I hate that. And sometimes you have to take the wisp and heal it, and that sucks up a lot of moonwells too.
Ah, yeah, for sure. And also, an interesting thing is, if you hit the moonwell once, you can't right-click the wisp on the moonwell anymore as an elf.
Oh.
Because the wisp will be repairing it when you right-click it, if it's damaged.
Oh, yeah, I never
That's
thought
also a
about
nice trick you can do.
Oh, that's pretty hot.
Yeah, it's a good trick.
That's freaking awesome. Another thing also is I noticed that the Demon Hunter on a small map, or just about any map in general, likes to come in Mana Burn the Death Knight. Would you find it's also a good idea sometimes is to not pick your skill first and run into his base like you talked about and show that you don't have Unholy Aura yet, and after he gets done mana burning you, then you pick Unholy Aura and kind of go ha ha.
Yeah, it's very common actually. Nowadays.
Oh, okay.
It's a very common strategy to do this.
Oh, that's a good idea.
But it's also nice to not pick your skill as the Night Elf player, and then when he comes with his normal ghoul push, you pick Immolate. It's a nice strategy as well.
Oh man, that's gotta be...
Moon often does this.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I never thought about that. Yeah, Moon is typically the type of player who prides himself on an early game harassment. You know, I find that to be... If you get harassed and you lose too much, you get, just like we were talking about before, you get demoralized.
That's so funny to talk about Moon and his Demon Hunter. I remember Grubby talking about Moon and his Demon Hunter. Like if Moon loses his Demon Hunter level 1, then he's winning the game. He always said this in Korea, and it always came out to be true.
Oh man,
it's an advantage to lose your Demon Hunter once.
That's hella wrong, dude. I think Moon could lose his Blade Master and still win.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something, like, maybe Grubby said that when he wasn't using the Blade Master first. Moon could lose his Blade Master 4 times and win with that shit.
Yeah. You're joking about it, but it's actually happened.
Are you serious?
That's what's funny.
Giving that hero a bad time only because it's funny, but that's actually pretty sad though if you lose your hero 5 times and win the game. That's just
but it's about he maybe done a lot of damage with it, like killing grunts and stuff like that. That's important. A level 1 hero is so easy to resurrect anyways.
Yeah, I also noticed that a lot of people who are professionals, they happen to lose their level 1 hero, they just opt to revive it at the altar as opposed to trying to use the tavern to bring it back. Or excuse me, as opposed to using their town portal to save the hero at the beginning of the game. Is that usually the smartest thing to do, is instead of TPing out, just go ahead and let the hero die and pay the 170?
It depends on the situation and what you want to do. If you want to go creeping, then you should probably save your hero. But a level 1 hero is really fast to resurrect, opposed to a level 2 hero. The difference is actually quite huge.
Wow.
So, yeah, it depends on what you want to do. The best advice I can give is not to get in a situation where your hero level 1 is about to die.
Yeah, I would say that would be a very good thing indeed. It looks like the Destroy You chose the Naga Sea Witch as his second hero, which is pretty interesting. Is that fairly common versus Night Elf?
Yeah, it's common, especially if you're gonna go Fiends. It basically means you're gonna go Fiends, because it's very rare to see the Naga Sea Witch with gargoyles.
And often you see a lot of Night Elves using a quick expansion towards the tier 2 of their gameplay. Is there a sure way to counter that, or is it more situational?
It's situational, as you say, but normally you would counter it like Destroyer is doing now, with a few ghouls and then fiends and a fast lich with orb. That push is really strong against this type of expansion.
Do you often see a lot of undead players still using gargoyles, or have they pretty much become a thing of the past versus Night Elf because of the Panda second?
It's not so much because of the Panda second, but there was a huge change of strategy when TED started doing basically this Fiend strategy against Elf, which was really hard to counter. So most of the undead players started doing this. It's been a really long while since I saw gargoyles against Elf, to be honest.
Yeah, I used to really hate that harassment on your wisps. It used to really kind of play with you, because then it forces you to make a ancient protector in your base, and then you have to keep some archers there. You were talking about this earlier. You were saying that often, sometimes the newest strategies are the ones that were used in the past. Maybe in like a month or 2 or 3, we might even see gargoyles being used again.
Yeah, for sure, and probably with a twist, like some change in the timing or the strategy. But yeah, it's very common that strategies come and go like this, and it often depends on a single player developing a strategy in a tournament or such. Then the undead players will see the replay and start copying it.
Yeah, you know, one thing that I remember some people used to use is banshees versus bears, because of
oh yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
but it was awesome, man.
I just wonder why people don't use that anymore, because it's such a good idea just to throw up a quick necropolis and just because there's not much that the Night Elf can do to stop banshees when you're nuking their heroes.
Before, the banshees would possess the bears immediately. I don't know if you remember this, but now there's a channeling time, and the banshees take 300% more damage, I think. So it's really easy to kill the banshees if you have a panda breath of firing. I think they will die in one shot.
Oh man. Yeah.
But before, you would just press possession and on the unit, and it would instantly jump over and take it.
Yeah, shows how much I know. well, the hell with that shit. Screw that idea. Glad you said it, not me.
Look at those fiends, man.
Yeah.
You see them?
Yeah, that's really
wow.
That's micro at its best right there. That or a panda, breath of fire, good game, everything. Too bad he didn't use an acrolite to steal all his creep kills. Do you
Oh, do Did you also see the statue hitting the necropolis? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
I
that.
didn't see that before.
Well, sometimes he's just
Hero.
testing the durability of his own units, right?